It's all right, Ma. I'm only bleeding. I listened to it yesterday. It is wokeness personified. And I don't have the negative connotation bone. I keep running into it. People will say, "Oh, he's such a jerk. He's so woke," and I and I have a completely different understanding of it. And I ran into a version of it a couple of months ago, and I told people that I argue with that if I run into a negative version, I'd let them know. So now I have to, but I wouldn't call it wokeness. I'd just call it basic conservatism from people who think they're tremendously liberal and tolerant and stuff. Anyway, I wish listening to it, the song yesterday, that Jay-Z would cover it, a duet with Beyonce maybe, just to bring it back. Bring it back. I mean, you bring some of the other ones back too, but that one in particular. A guy on YouTube, MD Reezy, Reeezy, a young man. It's just he's brilliant. He listened to the song and he said, "How old was he when he wrote this?" And I'm watching him and I'm going, "How old are you that you get it?" Yeah, because he looks like he's in his maybe mid 20s. Anyway, I recommend MD, capital MD, Reeezy, reaction to It's All Right, Ma. I'm only bleeding. The rest of this will be scattershot. There's so much coming in, just landing on my lap across my path. Elon Musk has decided that the Pakistani grooming in North London is a horror. He wants them deported, hung, drawn, and quartered. It is. It just like the Giselle Pellicot and Elon Jeffrey Epstein among your own class. So if we're going after Asian Muslim culture, we should perhaps broaden to affluent French villagers, American millionaires, and yes, English royalty, lest we forget. A multicultural blight which seems to be a civilization thing deeply done for how long? And maybe today we could agree across borders and creeds to have a go at changing this patriarchal happy horse shit. Something, because universal it is. Was it ever thus? I don't know. A discussion about work visas, H/1Bs, as if the highly motivated and mercenary are the only people we should be allowing in. Why? Don't we have enough motivated and mercenary jerks already? I just heard Mark Zuckerberg give us all a sermon on free speech. I wonder, is this the new dignity? Is he it? Did I just witness what the great thinkers like Michael Sandel mean? That the Zucks of the world should confer upon the garbage collectors of the world dignity? It's unrecognizable. MD Reezy is full of dignity, you're not. I cannot for the life of me. Let's turn this on its head and go here. The poor, the uneducated, the peasant, the farmer who crosses a border and does the work available to him or her, motivated by a wish to live, is being defined by some of the great liberals as an underclass of humanity. And the affluent Indian coder should be prioritized to come here to become affluenter. Sounds like the founding fathers. This would be good for humanity. Was that? I guess this is the work of the future, coding or bitcoining. Or is it just well-paid work, the well-paid work of the future? Are coders going to make beds in hotels up and down the land, load the dishwashers, build the McMansions in the suburbs? Do I hear, when I listen to the new advertisings, real voices pretending to be AI? Isn't this why we have AI? We have been striving for it for 100 years at least, idealizing and paying the big monies to the most robotic among us, the coders, the tech people, the Silicon Valleyers. We have enough of them. They can bore each other to death. Keep them away from me. Brianna Joy Gray says growing up, her neighborhood was full of doctors and bankers. Whatever do these two share? doctors and bankers. What have they in common? They are successful, rich, happy. How happy? Happy because they are successful? Have we come to this? We cultivate their flowers to be nothing more than something they invest in. I come from a family of doctors, successful, trust me, no more happy than bricklayers. In fact, much less so. This suggests to me perhaps we should evolve from merit, a slippery idea, to worth. Suddenly the toilet cleaner shoots past the financier in worth, value. The nurse passes the surgeon. And for many of these people, they don't need Sandel laying dignity upon them. They have it already in spades. What they need is a livable paycheck. Dr. King said of menial labor, if you pay that laborer a living wage, he's no longer menial. As many as 40% of Ivy League graduates, the pinnacle of achievement, the apex of success, go into finance, a field of negligible worth to society, except that they might buy a lot of airline tickets to ski resorts. The mix of motivated mercenary and merit is a mighty mess. Our definitions of success make Zuckerberg an aspiration. He has his life, I mine. He does not impress me any more than Musk. I'm not a hero lover, but if we're going to have them, we need better taste than these two minnows. Am I demonizing the 1%? No, I'm challenging the 80% who want to be the vacuous 1%. Ryan Grimm, good lad, said this morning, re the $1 million homes burning in the Pacific Palisades, maybe we don't need billionaires anymore. Maybe we need great city infrastructure. Well, duh. It's been said in all the good books, Camels and Needles, etc. But the Western world has overwhelmed the deeper visions of us so utterly. The motivated and mercenary, the tiny groveling soul, the small end of the percentage spectrum are relentlessly overvalued. One might imagine a different outcome, largesse, magnanimity, actual dignity, but there is none. I had to open X for a minute recently. What a weird and ugly space it is, where the mighty go to bitch and undermine each other. Welcome to it. My alarm is only recent. The miserable upper classes were hid from me, but now they are the only ones who can afford theatre tickets, so they are in my life. We have decided they are qualified to wield power that affects the rest of us, have opinions of worth, and despite all evidence, we keep listening and worshipping. Musk will go after Muslims? Why not? Everyone in his neck of Texas does. Zuck will be a neighbor soon, and groomings will continue massively amongst that community. It seems we are returning to the inanity of kings, or maybe we never really got clear of them.